Hello and welcome to Weekend Projects, a Make Magazine video podcast. I'm Bree Pettis, and every week I bring you a project that you can make over the weekend. We're going to make a spud gun, or potato gun, also known as a taser totter. Okay, this is going to be really fun, but it's also going to be quite dangerous. Neither I, the author of the magazine article, nor the magazine assumes liability for your spud gun or your actions. These things are quite dangerous. Ow. So, be careful. Okay, I've made a few changes to the materials list. Instead of using clear PVC, I'm using black ABS. Instead of using hose clamps, I'm going to use non-conductive zip ties. And that's about it. I'm excited to go ahead and hook this up. This is the thing that's going to ignite it. Now you could use just a barbecue starter, but I've got a stun gun here which makes a charge go across those things right there. And it's very excited. This is the charge that will make the propellant, which will be like hairspray, ignite. The way this works is I'm going to stuff the potato in here, and parts of the potato are going to come off so it makes a really tight fit. In order to make that easier, I'm going to sharpen the area right around here with a Dremel. I'm using a drill bit that's a little bit smaller than the actual bolt, so it'll fit really tight. Okay, I'm wearing gloves and eye protection because ABS cement is nasty stuff. It smells bad, it's bad for your skin, it's bad for your eyes. You want to make sure you're in a well-ventilated area and that you're very careful with it. Then you take it, and it's actually got a brush on the tip of the can. So you open this up and you let it drip for a second, otherwise it'll drip everywhere. Believe me, I know from experience. Then you go ahead and you take this little drippy thing and you put it right on the top here, and you go ahead and you cover the entire thing in this cement. You want to kind of apply it liberally because you're going to want to make sure to have a really good connection here so that it doesn't blow out when it's ignited. I'm going to kind of, oh, it does smell really bad. Okay, I've got a good layer all the way around, and I'm actually going to go ahead and put some on the inside of this, which is the back chamber here, and that way it'll all be, I'll make sure to get cement on everything here. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do this for all the pieces, and then we'll start with the electrical system. One of the things you're going to want to see is you're going to want to see a bead of the cement when you're pushing it in. That's just, and you give it a little twist so that way you know that it's really together. This is Shape Lock, and it's a thermoplastic, and what you do is you take these little beads and you put them in water and they melt. It's a thermoplastic, and so it gets all like mushy, like silly putty, and then when it cools down it becomes a very nice hard plastic. Now I put this right in here between here. This won't stop it from actually arcing across there, but it will keep you from sticking your fingers right in there. This is a crimping tool. This is a little connector, and this is the wire. You put the connector onto the wire, and then you just smush it in the crimping tool. This crimping tool thing is really great. You just put it on there and give it a good smush. Whoa! And hopefully that's on there. Oh yeah, that's on there really good. Now we're ready to attach this. I've actually gone ahead and roughed these up a little bit so that they will accept the crimp. And you grab your crimping tool, your friend and mine, and you give it a good smush. And that is actually on there pretty good. And then you add the little wire and give that another crimp. Whoa. Give that a good squeeze, maybe two, and you're all set. One side's done. I've got the leads all hooked up, and I'm going to add some electrical tape because I could add silicone here, but that might take a long time to dry, and electrical tape is a great insulator, and it'll be black.
So why do you want an insulator, Bree?
That's my friend Eric. This is his workshop. And I want an insulator because when I went to test this, I put my finger on this and tested it and shocked myself. And that didn't feel good. Okay, go. Okay, we're done. There's a car.
Yep, it's all good. Yeah.
How you doing?
Oh, very well. How you doing?
Good.
All right. Trying to set up a Spud gun here. Have you played with one before?
Yeah.
No.
We failed. It doesn't
Yeah,
work.
it doesn't work.
The most appropriate place to launch off your taser tot or your Spud gun is actually out in the country, away from people, and out of city limits. Okay, first thing you want to do is you want to take your potato, and I've got half potato right here, and half potato works fine, and you go ahead and you stuff it in here. Luckily you've sharpened the top there so that it'll actually go in pretty easily, and you might have to lean in a little bit on it. Oh. But there it is, it's all stuffed in there. Then you take a broom and you go ahead and you kind of measure it up so that you know exactly how far down you want it to go. And you give it a good smush. It should go, it shouldn't be too hard. If it's too hard, it might not come out. Then you go ahead and you get it all ready. You've got your safety off still. And you've got your end plug. And now we're going to take the... I'm using Aquanet here, but I've heard that original right guard actually is more powerful, but this is quite powerful as it is. So I'm going to put about 2 seconds of Aquanet in here. Get this up here so you can see it. Close it on up. And now we're ready to launch. Okay. Remember, don't touch the metal parts here. I actually need to cover these up with some electrical tape. I'm just not going to touch them for now. Okay, now I'm going to undo the safety, pull it up like this, and here we go. That went a very long ways. I'd say it probably went maybe 200 yards, and I love the smell of Aquanet in the morning. Let's carve a pumpkin with a potato. The potato didn't have enough integrity to make it through the pumpkin. So, I'm going to have to actually carve this pumpkin the old-fashioned way, with a knife. Okay, we've reached the end of another weekend projects. Next week, I'm going to go ahead and finish up the Pumpkzooka, the pumpkin firing bazooka, and the apple propeller, the apple firer, the apple cannon, which we'll call the Johnny. Okay, I'm Bree Pettis, and you've watched another Weekend Projects. Go out there, make some cool stuff. Have a great weekend.